Oh man, I say that I was gonna behave like a big girl, but just look at me. I haven't even started and I'm already crying. I better stop if I don't want to lose my fake eyelashes to the stage. I'm gonna ask you all to please bear with me since I'm not very good at giving speeches. And I know Fatima is as nervous as I am. Or even more. Poor thing, just look at her. But don't worry, it's only 6 pages and it shall pass fast. Okay, time to behave and get serious. If as only I could. To my lovely daughter Fatima and her now husband Ryan. My pollito. For those of you that don't know what my pollito in Spanish means, it means my baby chick. First of all, I have to say thank you so much for giving me the honor to give this speech on this very special day. I feel greatly honored to be able to talk to you, Ryan, about my Fatima. So get ready, both of you. Fatima, I thank God for giving me the opportunity and the blessing and the privilege to be your mom. For He has chosen me from all the moms out there to be your mom. For giving me the opportunity to raise you and the big blessing to love you and get your love back in return. It seems as it was yesterday when I used to rock you in my arms while contemplating your beautiful porcelain doll baby face. Well, years passed by, and who would have said that that tiny baby chick will grow to become a beautiful swan that will learn to swing on her own swing. But not too fast. I need to give you some details on how she grew up. I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. From being a tiny and little porcelain doll, she became, at a very young age, a very minded, independent little girl. At age 3, I had to have a woman-to-woman and face-to-face team meeting with her to discuss and address her emotional issues at that age. The first meeting was to discuss and address the why she cries so much. To my surprise, while sitting in the table with her, when I asked her, "Okay, Fatima, tell me why you cry so much." And she replied with a, "Oh, Mom, I don't know," while putting her little tiny hands on her face and shaking her head while the curly ponytails were waving on the air. I believe to this day that that was and is one of the most precious moments that I will never forget about Fatima. From that day on, she liked having team meetings, discussions with me, while sending her older sisters to bed, of course. I guess they made her feel important and appreciated, plus getting the needed attention so desired at that age. From age 3, you became my new little friend that grew with an unbreakable mother-daughter bond of love. Over the years, those team meetings became 4 long-hour conversations or even more on the phone. Until sometimes she used to fall asleep while listening to my voice. Well, it became so weird that during the past year, she didn't call me that often. I started to wonder who was taking her time and is stealing my friend. Later on, I discovered that his name started with an R. I have beautiful memories of that beautiful little girl running around with her curly ponytails, playing with her sisters in full happiness, joy, and laughter. and bringing joy to everyone around. And that hasn't changed. Because until this day, you still bring joy and happiness into our hearts and to all those around you. Since the moment I recall Fatima had her life figured out, I believe around age 8, she came into the kitchen where we were all hanging around and told us about her plans for the future, which included to get married, thanks God. And I say this because she was planning on having 12 children. A few days later, she made up her mind and changed it to 8 kids. And a few more days later, she says 6. At least 6. But let me tell you something that is not in this speech. Last night, she was telling me at least 4, 2 boys and 2 girls. And then she stopped. I wondered at what time who will be such a brave man to fulfill and support her small family dreams. So I wasn't really worried back then because I believed back then that Superman didn't exist. Until that day became reality and that brave, young, and handsome man knocked at our door and asking for the baby's cheek hand on marriage. I couldn't believe that man exists, or maybe Fatima hadn't discussed yet with him about her plans of at least a half dozen kids. Good enough to keep this brave man working for life to provide for her small dream family. Now his family to become. So good luck to you, Super Ryan. I want to thank his parents for raising such a wonderful and brave Super Ryan man. For my daughter, of course, a real Superman to come into the rescue to fulfill my daughter's dreams, or at least a half a dozen baby chicks, as she said. Fatima used to dream with the wedding song that she will play on her wedding day, Canon in D, from her violin class. She used to come home and tell me, I love this song, Mom, and whenever I get married, I want this song to be played on my wedding day. Back then, it seemed far, far away, but now the song was just played while being performed. So beautiful. So, at age 8, she knew she wanted to get married, have 12 kids, and her wedding song. All that she needed was a Superman in the picture. So when Ryan came to her home to ask for Fatima's hand in marriage, it meant the world to us, as he respectfully considered our permission to marry her. Thank you, Ryan. I told him back then, if you remember, Ryan, I just want for you to picture yourself 20 years or so from now, sitting right here in the same position that we are right now, listening to a young man asking for your little daughter's hand in marriage. Remember that? So I just wanted to ask you a favor, I told you, to treat my daughter in the same way that you would like your little girl to be treated. Just with tender love. And it seemed that you, Ryan, took it to heart. Right? Fatima, I'm so proud of the beautiful young lady that you have become. And I understand very well why Ryan chose you to live his life with you. And I know that with God's blessings, your marriage is going to succeed because you both love God and above anything else. One more page. I'm sorry about that. Marriage can be easy if you both want to make it, marriage can be easy if you both want to make it. Just focus on trying to make your spouse happy. Making your spouse happy will bring you happiness. Put always your spouse's happiness first, before yours. Put your selfishness to the side and be willing to always serve your spouse. Don't expect kindness, but give kindness. Don't expect patience, but give patience. Give support to each other to grow individually as well as together. And above all, respect and trust each other. Because without respect, no trust, you cannot go too far. These are all tools of love to succeed. Okay, I'm not a pastor. I can say that God has blessed me as a mother-in-law and our whole family with wonderful, caring, and loving sons-in-law. Here, Bobby and Alice, and now you, Ryan. So, from our family to our family, welcome Ryan and your whole family into our family. I feel peace in my heart that you will take good care of my little girl. And Ryan, if you allow me some advice, whenever you see Fatima, my baby chick, cranky, just tell her, okay, Pollito, let's have a cup of tea to discuss your crankiness. But now it will be from husband to wife, instead of mother to daughter. So take good care of her. You'll see the wonders that a cup of tea and some listening with love can do for your marriage. I always ask God to let me see this day, to grant me with enough light to let me see my girls married and be here on this special day. Good day, Fatima. Now yours. What a blessing. God heard my prayers, but now I have to ask God for a new blessing to let me see all those baby chicks running around. So a toast for Fatima and Ryan. Congratulations on your big day, and God bless your marriage with happiness, joy, and of course with a half a dozen baby chicks. Let the adventure begin.